friends. Hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I'm doing, I'm very glowy today, so I'm happy about that. So today's video is another Tutorial Tuesday, and we are going to be using the ABH Sultry palette. I picked this one because it's one of my favorite ABH palettes. You can see that I got a pretty decent amount of use out of this week. Is it focusing on you? I don't know. I got a pretty good amount of use this week. I used a lot of the shimmer shades, which was really nice. It was fun playing with this one. I'm gonna do like a blown out like black smoky eye because I don't really do that. But I also just got from my PO box, one of you guys sent me this, you didn't give a card, but one of you guys sent me this really cute little jouet funfetti kit, and it came with a cute little eye topper, and I thought it was really cute, so I want to test out this little topper today. But I'm also going to use some of the shimmers in here and just like play around and do something dark and smoky. I feel like I never really do dark and smoky on my channel, so we're just gonna get into it. Hello. Whenever we get up close and personal like this, it's always a little like, oh hey. So I already did prime my eyes. I'm gonna go in with the shade Fresh. That's this more white shade, and I'm just gonna pack that in versus wiping it in, because I did just put on a like primer. So I find when I put on primer, I don't always wear eyeshadow primer. I'm still deciding if it does anything or not. But I don't always put on eyeshadow primer. So when I do, I find instead of like sweeping it in, tapping it in helps fills in my eye crevices. I could be completely wrong if that works or not, but it seems to work for me. So that's kind of what I do. All right. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Twig, which is this sort of taupey brown color, and I'm gonna use this same brush, and I'm just going to put that in my crease. So this week has been, honestly, it's been rough. The end of school and just kind of other things going on in my life have made YouTube rough, which sucks because YouTube is like my favorite thing. But like out of all of those things, YouTube is my favorite. I feel so good just sitting here doing this right now. I didn't know if I was gonna have time to film tonight or not, and I'm so happy that I am because I just feel instantly better. It's so weird. I know it's weird because I complain about YouTube a lot, but once I'm in front of a camera like doing this, I feel so much better about my life. But life has just been nutty. Just been really crazy, honestly. So I think I almost feel like it'd be cool to do a little bit of pink with the black. Like have my upper part here be kind of blown out pink and then fade into the black and then a silver. Am I being too ambitious? Maybe. Am I gonna do it anyway? Absolutely. So I'm gonna go into the shade Bloom, which is that bright pink, and I'm gonna put that kind of almost above my crease, like up here. You know what I'm saying? So next semester, basically next year actually, it's gonna be my senior year of college. Nutty. I'm not gonna be over though, because I'm going straight into my master's, but like it's still my senior year, like my bachelor is gonna be done, which is really cool. But basically the entire senior year is just a fieldwork placement, like an internship. They call it fieldwork placement because I think they don't want to say unpaid internship, but that's what it is. It's an unpaid internship. You have to get, I think it's 440 hours over the course of the year, so you have to work about 16 hours a week. But that's basically the bulk of your senior year. You do it over the 2 semesters, and that's pretty much the bulk of what I'll be doing next year is working on that. And I'm really excited because the whole process of finding an internship is in and of itself very stressful. It has to be with a social worker who's like a licensed social worker. They have to be able to observe you for a certain amount of hours. And it's also just got to be something that you're like mildly interested in. Like you don't want to go somewhere that you, like if you never want to work with the elderly population, you probably shouldn't work at like an elderly home. Doing all that is kind of tough. And then I go in with a small brush, a smaller blending brush, and just go into Slate, which is that gray color. And I'm gonna put that under the pink, just so it has a little bit more of a transition from pink to black. I don't know why I thought the pink would be a good idea. I'm starting to worry it won't be, but we'll see. So you have to like find a place that you like amongst the places that are actually offering internships, and it's kind of scary because once you like commit to that place, like there's no going back. You're basically stuck there for a whole year. So my big thing, maybe I'll do like somewhat of a halo. That could, with like a silver in the middle. Oh, we're changing the plan. I like that so much better because then I can just put the blacks on the side and keep this top part because I like that gray and pink right there. I think that looks kind of cute. Sorry, I have the ability to think about like 5 things at the same time. So while I'm talking to you about school, I'm also talking about my eye look. But I think I found a place that I really like though, and I have an internship this week. It's actually gonna be on the day this is going up, it'll be the next day, it's on Wednesday. So I'm really excited. And like, interviews don't make me nervous. Maybe they should, but I've never done poorly in an interview. I typically do really well. I don't mean to like toot your own horn, but I think part of being in school is knowing your strengths. Being in school and also being in like the work fields is knowing your strengths and weaknesses. And I know that one of my strengths is being really personable. And I think that helps me in interviews. Watch I bomb this interview. Don't get it. That's a skill of mine. I have a lot of weaknesses too, but let's not talk about those. But I think a skill of mine is that I am really personable and I'm very like laid back in interviews. I feel like I do well, pretty good at answering questions. So I'm not super stressed about that. And also it's like you're an intern and you're working for free, so it's not as serious as maybe like a job interview where they're paying you, because they're like, no, they're not paying you for this. Like they're getting free work out of this. I think it's gonna go well, but I'm really excited about that because I kind of like how this looks. Am I crazy? Watch, I'm gonna look on the monitor. Editing me is gonna be like, sweetie, what are you doing? So I feel every time I watch these Tutorial Tuesdays back. I'm gonna take Bloom again with a very small brush. You guys can see just how tiny that is. It's dirty too, but we don't need to talk about that. And I'm just gonna go back in with Bloom over the very top, just like brushing the color on, just to keep that bright pink. I have to film another video after this, so I hope this looks good. And I might film a declutter tonight. I'm gonna be a busy beaver. That's the other thing too. So school, like internships, look at my nails, by the way. I'm like literally, I need to focus on one thing tonight, but look at my nails. I bought that, top coat that all of you guys recommended, and I bought some nail oil, cuticle oil, because all of you guys recommended it, and I found a cute little polish that I like, and this is like third day of wearing it, so I need to redo it, but they're coming along nice. They're nice. I got a compliment on them the other day, and I turned to Charles and I was like, I have never gotten a compliment on my nails in my life. Like, this is insane. Anyway, but we just have a lot of stuff going on. Like, there's just a lot. Everything's happening. Once September comes, I know I tease about my secret a lot, but my secret is going to be over in September. You guys are going to know about it before September, but it's going to be over in September. So I just like need to get through my secret. That's causing a lot of unnecessary anxiety. I'm going to go in with Noir. Gotta be really careful when you do black shades. So pigmented, so I always tap it off really, really good. Even if that means it's less pigmented, because you can always build up a black, but it's hard to take off the black once you've put it on, if that makes sense. And I'm just gonna pat that really lightly. See, like it's already so much. I'm gonna blend it out with the gray, with a different brush, but I'm gonna pack it on the inner part of my eye as well. But once that's over, I think I'm gonna feel a lot better about everything. And also just, we have a lot going on with like family right now too. There's some really negative stuff. There's also some good stuff though. My parents are actually, this is weird. My parents are actually like selling my childhood home. This is like catch up time, I feel like, because I haven't talked to you guys about me in a while. They move on June 1st. And it's just so bizarre. Like knowing that other people are gonna live in like my room. I'm like, what? It's just really weird. I moved once. We lived in an old house, and then when I was 10, we moved to the house that they're selling. So I lived in that house from the time I was 10 till I moved out when I turned 21. So like officially moved out. Like I went to college for a few years and then went back, and then but I officially like have not lived there since I was 21, so 3 years ago. But it's still so weird to think about like another family making memories in like your house, you know what I mean? Like it's so trippy. And I'm happy for my parents, because like that house, they needed to downsize. It was way too big for just the two of them. So I'm happy that they're like downsizing and they're gonna feel better about the house and everything, but it's still kind of sad. I'm gonna take Slate, and do you see how like it's really unblended into the pink and the gray? Instead of blending with the black, because that's gonna get so bad, I'm gonna take that gray again, and I'm just going to use that to blend this up and out, so it's a little bit lighter and it doesn't get as messy as a black would. Blending with a black is, I don't know how people do it. It's seriously so scary to me. I'm probably gonna have to do a wing with this or something. I feel like I'm gonna need like a liquid eyeliner. Man, I just know, I feel like this look is gonna turn out so good, and I'm really excited about it. I never feel that way, but like I really like how this is turning out. I always have to film before I go to bed because I school in my life. So I always film these before I go to bed, and then I have to take it all off, and it makes me sad because it usually turns out, especially lately, It's nutty because like one of you guys, Tara, I love, I followed her on Twitter. She's awesome. And she tweeted me a picture basically of like me in a video a year ago and like me in a recent video and how much my makeup has changed. And I was just like it was so weird to see how much my makeup had changed. It was truly like bizarre. All right, now that this is all set, I like how this base is kind of looking a little bit framed, all that. I'm gonna take this little thingy. This is in the shade Funfetti and it's from Jouer. And I'm going to just start kind of broad and then work my way in. Is that like good or is it bad? I can't fully tell if that looks good or if that looks bad. I actually kind of like it though. I do think I'm gonna take Cyborg, which is this really metallic purpley silver, and I think I'm gonna pat that more at the edges of where the glitter is, just to make it a little bit more opaque, because it is a little, because it's like a glitter, there's spaces obviously. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. I love that. Okay, that looks so much better. I was like, something is missing. It's because it's not opaque enough, I think. So if I put that on top of it, the iridescent flakes of the Funfetti come through, but it's more of an opaque shimmer. Wow, I love that. Call me Smokey Tutorials. Sorry, Nikki Tutorials. That was not me coming for your brand. I think I'm gonna go back into the black with a very small brush, like that little detail brush I showed you before. And I think I'm just gonna lightly go over it just to blend out those edges and make them not as harsh. And I think we are done with the top part of the eye. I don't think I'm gonna do a wing because I don't want to screw this look up, and I also think it looks fabulous without the wing. I think if I do a really cool under eye moment, that it's gonna look really nice. This is so glam. Where am I going? Who is she? Copper eye nude lip who? I don't know what lip I'm gonna wear with this. Maybe like a bright pink to match this pink. That could be cute. I feel more comfortable playing, and honestly it's probably a good thing I don't have to go anywhere after I film these, because I feel like lately, since I've been filming them at night, I feel more comfortable like doing stuff like this, like attempting something like this, because I normally wouldn't do that if I knew I had to go like to Wegmans after this. But since there's no stakes, only like 3,000 people are gonna see this if it goes wrong. Like, who cares about that, you know? And things always look better on camera, so that's just the tea. Here we go. Okay, I gotta do a full clean of my eye brushes. I cleaned all my face brushes the other day and it made it look really good. So I'm gonna do black on the lower lash line for shoresies. I love this palette. I stand by. This is one of the best ABH palettes. I'm gonna go in with Slate. And this again, I strongly recommend, if you don't love using black and black kind of scares you like it scares me, I strongly recommend using a like cool toned gray like this before going in with black. It has helped me so much with working with black. It just preps everything for black really nicely, and also the blending out with the gray instead of the black, I've just found it works so much better. It truly does. It does like wonders for the black. And now I'm just gonna go in with a tap of black, and I'm gonna really tap it off because I really don't want to mess this up. I'm going in super lightly. I'm almost drawing it on like liner. Like, I want to keep it kind of close. I definitely don't want to smoke out this lower lash line, because I find with darker colors, smoking it out too much doesn't look good with my eye shape. When I do dark colors like this, you'll notice my eyes almost kind of get smaller, which is kind of a cool thing because it makes them look more like piercing. Whereas when I do lighter colors, it makes them look bigger. But I find that this, if I blow it out too low with my eye shape, it just looks weird. There's too much on top and too much on the bottom, and it's too dark, you know? I honestly don't play with dark shades a lot because of that. Like, it kind of scares me to do dark too much, because if I go overboard with dark, I look really stupid. Go grab my white highlight from Ofra, my glazed donut, and I might add like an inner corner and a brow bone. I think I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. Ofra highlighters are very expensive, and the Nikki Tutorials stuff is really expensive. But if you want something that's somewhat of a dupe, JCat has like, or is it, yeah, JCat has highlighters, and it has one in particular that's like the exact same. I'm gonna do a dupe video soon, so maybe I'll use that in my dupe video. But JCat has one that's almost the exact same as Glazed Donut. But I'm using this today just cause. This way you can see all the hairs that I haven't plucked on my eye yet. Fun. All right, I'm going to throw on lashes and eyeliner, and then I'll be right back and we'll do final thoughts on the palette and show you guys the final look. So this is the final, I think it's really red. Hold on, I'm gonna let it neutralize. This is basically what we're working with. I did a kind of like nudie pink lip. I think it actually pairs really nicely. And yeah, somebody told me to look down instead of close my eyes, so I'm gonna try that and we'll see what happens. But this is the final look. I actually love how this came out, and I feel like it's so easy to do. Like, I feel like this was so simple for me to do. I feel like anybody could do this. It just, instead of blending that black, tap it and then blend it with a gray, and then you can do something with black. I just think it turned out really, really cute. I like it a lot. I'm gonna zoom you guys out. So that is it for this Tutorial Tuesday. I love how this look turned out. I'm sorry I'm staring at the viewfinder, but this might be one of my favorite Tutorial Tuesday looks I've ever done. I think it's so pretty and glam and just like, like I said, this is legitimately probably one of my favorite ABH palettes. I truly love this palette. I think it's so good. The shimmer shades are fantastic. The mattes pair great with the shimmer shades. You can do really fun glam looks like this. You could do a really simple everyday basic look with this like I did the other day. I think this is a great palette. I love it. I truly do. I really, really enjoy it. For next week, so because of all the stuff that's going on, there's like some kind of, might be some bad stuff happening, which I might have to deal with later this week. We have someone in our family getting really serious surgery, and we just don't know how it's gonna go. So I'm pre-filming a lot. So for this next week, I was planning on using both Prism and Norvina and kind of combining looks and doing one with each palette or whatever. And for Tutorial Tuesday, I was gonna do 2 looks next week for each palette, or maybe like 1 eye, but I don't know how much I'm gonna use those 2 palettes on camera this week because of that stuff. Like, I'm gonna be pre-filming. So I'm gonna try, but because I'm pre-filming like 3 things tonight and a bunch of things tomorrow, you may not see a diverse type of looks as you might have seen with different weekly things or whatever, but I'll still do Tutorial Tuesday with them next week, and I've used them both for a pretty decent amount of time, so I feel like I can still give you an informed opinion. But after using this for a week, I mean, I love it. So yeah, that is gonna be it for my video today. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, my social media, and everything I'm wearing on my face will be linked down below. And yeah, I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!